This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Today is September 27th, 2021. It is 7:03 p.m. My name is Chris Pia, and this is the regular scheduled meeting of the Stratford WPCA. The first item on the agenda will be approval of the minutes from the regular scheduled meeting of July 26th. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved, Bill O'Brien.
Mr. O'Brien, thank you, sir. Do I have a second? A second?
Greg can.
Greg can on the second, thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes. I believe it is 9-0. Correct, Margot? I think we're just missing Mr. Hardin. I just want to be accurate. Yes. Motion passes 9-0. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is item number 3, the town engineer report. Mr. Casey, what I'll have you do, John, is go through the action items for tonight. Everything else we have you were gracious enough to supply ahead of time. So if you want to go through the action items, and we'll tackle those. John, you're on mute. Just okay. There you go.
Right. Yeah, my first action item is the pump station project. We have 2 change order requests. One is for replanting, screening plantings at Riders Lane. There were quite a few overgrown trees there, and the town decided that we should take those down, which the town did do. But now we'd like to replenish the vegetation there to provide a buffer between the residential and park area up there. So that was $9,213.75.
John, all within budgeted appropriations for that?
Yes, we're ahead of budget at this point on the project.
Okay, wonderful. Any questions or discussion? Excuse me, let me start with that. I'll entertain a motion for approval for item 1A1, as stated by Mr. Casey.
This is Laura Dancho. I motion to approve the item A.1 on Riders Lane screening plantings for an amount not to exceed $9,213.75.
Thank you, Ms. Dancho. Do I have a second? Seconded by Mr. Taveras. Thank you, Paul. Any discussion or further questions on this item for Mr. Casey?
Chris, it's Greg.
Yep, go ahead, Greg.
Thank you. Just a question regarding the possibility of having plantings donated. We have a number of landscaping and arborist type companies in town, and a lot of people get contracts for trees and whatnot. John, do we ever approach some of these businesses to contribute, the materials for these type of plantings?
I would say that I don't go and solicit donations.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Any other further discussion on this item? Okay, seeing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Again, I'm looking at the screen because I just want to make sure it moved, and I want to make sure all the council are still on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, we are. Okay. Motion passes 9-0. Thank you. Mr. Casey, next item, number 2.
And then the other item is to install a floor hardener material to supplement the new reinforced concrete floors in the motor rooms at Riders and Peck's Mill. And that's, to extend the life of the new concrete protective surface.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion for that item as stated by Mr. Casey.
Greg can makes the motion.
Greg, make the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Taveras, thank you. Any discussion on the item? Nope. Okay, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Thank you. Mr. Casey, item B.
And then just a quick report on the pump station. Project is moving along nicely. The contractor is still predicting to be on budget and within the schedule allotted to him, which should be next spring completion date. There are several change orders that we're talking about, and they're enumerated below, but there's nothing to discuss tonight on those other items. They're still being negotiated and discussed between the project team. Item B, I don't know if you want to do that now, or I know Attorney Marino wanted to speak on that.
Yeah, so John, what I'll do is for item B, if we can have Mr. Marino come on and give us an update on these, because I know you had worked on a few of these from the legal standpoint, and John, you and Ben can kind of tag team or weigh in just to give everybody an update.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, there are 4 matters under 1B, 246 Hilltop Drive, 170 Oronoke Lane, 3945 and 3965 Main Street, and 320 Bayberry Road. Mr. Chairman, these matters had been referred to the Planning Commission in accordance with Connecticut General Statute 8-24. The Planning Commission reviewed the referrals at their meeting, I believe it was August 23rd, and issued a favorable report with respect to all 4 of them. Now, I'll just speak quickly to the relevance of that, and that is that under 8-24, if the Planning Commission issues a positive report, when this body goes to act on any request, a positive report only requires this body to act with a simple majority. If the Planning Commission were to issue a negative report, then you would need a supermajority to pass any request. So since it was a positive report, any additional action in the future on this only requires simple majority. Mr. Chairman, it's my understanding that with respect to 246 Hilltop Drive, the WPCA approved this proposal previously at its meeting held on August 26th of 2001. So unless Mr. Casey believes otherwise, I don't believe there's any action that needs to be taken on this item tonight. With respect to 170 Oronoke Lane and 320 Bayberry Lane, I'm going to group the 2 of those together.
Ben, can I interrupt you
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, not to interrupt you, but let's take these one at a time then. Mr. Casey, so 246 item B1, BI, 246 Hilltop Drive, we're good to go then on that, being that Mr. Marino thinks no other action is necessary.
Well, so at this time, the WPCA has approved us to move forward with the project, and we are slowly moving forward with the project. Once it's installed, I will be ready to set the assessment for that to the owner. And at that time, I think that we would just vote to also accept the sewer for public use.
Okay, so we probably don't require a vote tonight on it.
Correct.
Okay, so we could move forward on that. Then 170, I guess.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. With respect to 170 Oronoke Lane, this is a request from the property owner to extend the sewer line to its property because of a failing septic system. The property consists of a single-family dwelling, and I believe Mr. Casey can speak to, I believe the septic system is failing on site. This matter, though, Mr. Chairman, I'm of the opinion needs to be referred to public hearing. In accordance with Connecticut General Statute 7-247A, no municipal WPCA shall construct all or any part of a sewer system until after a public hearing. So I believe based upon that statute, this must be referred to public hearing. And I don't believe any action can be taken beyond that.
Okay, so from the legal perspective, then this needs to go to a public hearing, being that it's a sewer extension?
That is correct, Mr. Chairman. The statute requires that any construction, the WPCA cannot act with respect to any construction on all or any part of the system until after public hearing. So I believe that would include an extension.
Okay, so thank you, Ben. Having said that, I'll entertain a motion for the request for an extension under the state statute for WPCA turning Mr. Marino.
So moved.
Mr. Chairman, this is Laura Dancho, and I motion to refer the request of Bluebird Prestige to extend the sewer line to a 170 Orinoco Lane to a public hearing.
Motion made by Councilwoman Dancho.
Second.
Do I have a second? Mr. Poisson on the second, I think. Okay.
Yep.
Any further discussion on that? Seems straightforward. Thank you, Ben, for doing the research.
Yes.
Nope. Okay, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Next item, Vin, if you want to just continue downwards and on the next one.
Yes, so this is the Main Street property. It's my understanding that the sewer line has been constructed and just simply needs to be accepted by the WPCA as a public sewer and for public use.
Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to accept then per Mr. Marino's request.
So moved.
Mr. Poisson on the motion. Do I have a second?
Second, Bill O'Brien.
Mr. O'Brien, I heard you first. Any discussion on that? Nope, straightforward. All those in favor? Were you saying, Greg, were you saying something?
Oh, just that in regards to the assessment, that'll occur after the construction's completed.
So this project was not done through a public improvement process. It's not constructed by the town, it's constructed by the developer of the property. So he installed the sewer and as part of the subdivision that was approved by the Planning Commission last year. So there's no assessment.
No assessment, yep.
Thank you, John.
All right, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Last one, Ben?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this is 320 Bayberry Road. Mr. Chairman, this is similar to 170 Orinoco. This is a single family residence with a failing septic system. The property owner has requested to extend this existing sewer line to its property to replace the failing system. Like the former one, this needs to be referred to public hearing.
Under the same general state statute you mentioned before, sir?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, it's for the identical reasoning.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'll entertain a motion per Mr. Marino's request.
Mr. Chairman, this is Laura Dancho, and I motion to refer the extension of the sewer line on Bayberry Lane to service an existing single-family residence located at 320 Bayberry to a public hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Do I have a second? Mr. Poisson on the second. Thank you, sir. Any discussion on the item? Okay, call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Thank you, Vin. Mr. Casey, I'll swing it back to you, sir, on item C for sewer rehab for that action item.
Yes, we had voted to extend the contract for Michael's pipelining for our sewer rehabilitation project, the lining of the sewers, but we didn't act on a proposal for the engineering services from STV to oversee that part of the extended project. So, you know, he asked if we could get compensation for that, and I felt it was warranted. So they submitted a proposal of $7,000.
Okay, so asking for approval for that, John?
Yes,
Okay, I'll entertain a motion for Mr. Casey's request.
This is Laura Dancho, motion to approve
Joe?
1.1C-1 for the amount of $7,000 to STV.
Thank you, Mr. Dancho. Do I have a second? Seconded by Mr. Taveras. Thank you. Any further discussion for John on this item? Nope. Okay, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Thank you, John. We received the rest of your report, and it'll be posted with the minutes. We appreciate it, and thank you very much. Next, Mr. Hyde. Margot, if you can unmute Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde, you're up, sir, for action items for your reports.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman. I have
Good evening.
2 items. Can you hear me?
I can. I have you. Yep.
Okay. The first item, the grit elevators and grit conveyor system, which collect and lift gritty materials from the influent channel, have aged and required rebuilding. These systems require original equipment manufacturer's parts. The OEM parts for the first of the 2 systems will be $13,500. I spoke with Public Works Director Renee Sierra and WPCA Chairman Chris Piet and received their approval to order these materials later last month. I'd like WPCA board's approval for this purchase of $13,500 in materials to repair the aerated grit channel equipment. We'd use funds from the capital outlay contingent budget line.
Okay. Request from Mr. Hyde for the purchase, as stated under new business item 4. I'll entertain a motion.
Greg can.
Greg? Okay, motion by Greg. Mr. Can, do I have a second?
I'll second. This is Laura.
Okay, seconded by Ms. Dancho. Any discussion on this? Tom, as always, thank you for staying on top of this stuff and keeping everybody in the loop. We appreciate it.
Very good. I have a second item.
Oh, hold on 1 second, Tom. We just got to vote on it. I'm gonna call the vote. I'm gonna call the vote on it. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Tom, your second item.
The upgraded electronics in the ultraviolet disinfection system overheats in hot weather, and when it is run at over 50% capacity for any extended time, any matter of hours, and it shuts itself down. Suez, the manufacturer, offers a specialized air conditioning unit to address this issue at a cost of $41,909.89. This is also an original equipment manufacturer's only item. I'd like the WPCA board's approval to purchase the AC units as required. I would draw the funds from the same capital outlay contingency line.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion for approval for the request by Mr. Hyde as stated.
So moved, Bill O'Brien.
Mr. O'Brien, do I have a second?
Laura Dancho, second.
Okay, Ms. Dancho on the second. Do I have any further discussion on this? Nope. Okay, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 9-0. Any other action items, Mr. Hyde?
No, that's all for this evening.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for the report. We have it attached in the agenda minutes as well. We appreciate it. Next item is item 5 is going to be town attorney report, Mr. Marino. Mr. Marino, do you have anything further to add other than what we previously discussed? Mr. Marino?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button.
That's all right.
No, nothing further.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We have nothing under new business or old business on the agenda. So other than same with other business for item 7, So with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Mr. Poisson, do I have a second?
Second, Bill O'Brien.
Mr. O'Brien? No discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Thank you very much, all. We're adjourned at 7:23. Everyone have a wonderful evening.